Hey YouTube, this is Bob at 1098. So I just wanted to go over some things. This segment is going to be about what some people may call guerrilla warfare tactics when you're fighting the enemy. So since this isn't a versus day, we really can't, I'm not just going to start attacking other alliances on my server. Especially I'm on the NAP and I'm within the top 10 on the server. So let's just go over what I have in formation as far as my garages. So I have 4 garages, and the 4th one is always the one that you pay for. That's from the monthly pass. You don't have to have it. I believe after base level 20, you will get the 3rd garage. So if I click anyone in the garage, click the little tank here. So this is going to give you your squads. This is my 1st garage, 2nd garage, 3rd garage, and my 4th garage. Now what I like to do is in my 1st garage, I'll keep my strongest heroes for right now. For right now is the tanks. And then I'm going to start upgrading as my aircraft as the S1 because, you know, as most players know, when you get advanced, you want to go with the stronger heroes. It's sort of like rock, paper, scissors. And what I mean by that, tank heroes beat missile heroes beat aircraft heroes, and aircraft heroes beat tank heroes. Rock, paper, scissors. Since it takes longer to develop the missile heroes with the tech, everyone starts with tank first before they go to aircraft. So you're going to start putting everything together, all your heroes, put them in place, formation. We won't get into the formation because that takes an entire video just to try to explain. I'm just showing you the squads that I have in order for me to get into the warfare tactics. So now, whether you're inside your base or outside, usually on enemy buster day, my squad, as you already saw, was under 25 mil. There's a lot of stronger level 30s than me. I haven't been level 30 for too long, but if I click on my base, right there in the middle, you see the little house plus. I'm going to go into my set defense lineup. So this is basically when you hear the thing, put troops on and off the wall. So now I have my 1st squad checked, 1st line defense, and my 2nd squad, which is the 4th squad, which is garage 4, as my secondary line of defense. What we're going to do is we're going to take these off. Now if you want to put all squads on the wall, you can. But note that if the enemy is stronger than you on versus day, they will get a whole lot more points because if they're going to rip through your 1st squad, they're going to rip through pretty much all of them, unless you have a lot of strong squads, which you can see is not even balanced over here. You can see the squad levels to the left over here, just above Williams, Violet, McGregor, and Charlie. So we're going to take all the troops off the wall. So now this is a thing where people will tell you that keep your troops off the wall so you don't lose troops. Well, that's actually not true. If you hit this little information button under the X, right, it kind of tells you, it gives you some information, and actually I got this. This is the wrong one I'm going into. So it tells you what you could do with the commanders. This is if someone garrisons you. Let's go back to set line, the lineup. So we're going to click the information on this one over here. So now when your base is under attack, the drill ground will automatically reinforce the defense lineup. So that basically means if I have this checked, right, and someone hits your base, whoever you have in the drill ground is going to replenish it after each hit. If you have no troops on the wall and you click on this information, right, you actually still lose. It may be less, but and when you read the whole thing here, your troops die. They don't go to the hospital. So there's been debates whether you should leave your troops on the wall when you're fighting someone and when you're not. So someone has come up with, they're very creative and said, you know what, I'm going to fight with no troops on the wall, and I'm not going to lose any points, and I'm going to get way less troop loss. So you want to figure, how is that? So now when I go into, let's go into my base, sorry, bottom right, let's go into my base. So when you look over here, right, so these are my troops. I'm like halfway in the week. I don't have that many troops because I like to fight and I just did drill. So if you click in the middle, the little officer hat is going to tell you how many troops that I have. So I have 12,000 troops, and I have the capacity of holding close to 28,359 troops. And it tells you who's outside, how many, and who's inside. So the troops that are outside will not get affected if an enemy commander hits your base and you have no troops on the wall. They're actually safe. So since I have my second garage, you can see this little, they mining right now. If you go back out and if you send your troops out, there's two ways of doing things, right? So I'm gonna send another troop to gather. Let's send my third garage. I'm gonna do this right now, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the base. Let's go back to this. Now, if you looked at the number, there's more troops that are going outside. So they're not in the drill ground. So that's one option, right? So I have another option to do, whether you want to fight with two squads or one. Usually you should fight with two squads. I'm going to go back into the world, and when you're fighting someone, this is actually a pretty neat trick. So let's say we're going to this commander in the area. Click on this commander, and you want to call a rally. So in the heat of the moment, right, I want to do my first squad. I'm going to do it for 60 minutes. Now, why do it for 60 minutes? And this little poor commander is level 5. I could probably destroy him or her with my gump. That's not what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to take out as many troops as you can out of your drill ground so they don't get hit or killed when an enemy commander hits your base. So I'm going to hit a rally. All right, let's go back to my base. Let's see how many is actually there. So now, even though it doesn't really say, it says in the base, they've actually been pulled out of the ground. But it looks like if you look on the left, my level 8 went up. So I think they're in that. And let's just try, let's look at that number again. 39, 1500. Okay. Now, let's go to another poor enemy. Matter of fact, why don't we just do this? We saw that. Are people actually going there? No. Let's cancel the attack. All right, so we saw 3,900. Don't know why someone's going there. But, you know, I guess the alliance is like, hey, you know, the leader is trying to attack someone. Let's jump in. Then I realize I'm doing a video for them. So let's go back to the officer. We have 3,900 T8 troops. Let's see what we have now. So you see, there we go. So that was a significant amount of troops that just came back in. So they actually do come outside. So there's two tactics when you're fighting someone in another war zone. So one option is to do that. Set something far away, enemy commander that you know that's not going to be there. Or you know what? You want to send the troops out. Let's say, you know, either one is going to work. But I would send it really far out.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, the reason why I say do like an hour, half hour, and they're still there. So for whatever reason, it's easier to pull them out and put them back into fighting if you're trying to like fight someone else and you need troops for whatever reason. So we're gonna go back to the drill ground. And let's see what we got now. We have the 3900 again, and that's going outside as far as level 8. And just for kicks, let's send all my squads out. Let's see if I would have set a rally. Let's only have one in here,
Yes, sir.
which I won't do. I shall have a whole lot more troops outside. So yeah, so this is pretty much what's prone to get killed is what's in the base. So each hit from an enemy commander is anywhere from I hear as little as 100 troops to 500 troops. So for each hit, I would say within if you get hit about 8 to 10 times, that's usually they'll breach your base and it'll be like you'll be relocated. So we're trying not to do that. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to have you engage in fighting and losing as less troops as possible. So now that's how many troops will be in. If you look on my left, all 4 squads. So now I have my first squad, which is over here. This squad will be probably the one that's attacking. All right. And then these other 3 squads, squads 2, 3, and 4, they will be the one that will be set on a either 30 or 60-minute rally. So if you go back in your base once again, and then you'll see out of 12,000 troops, that would be roughly, if I do my math right, it's about just a little over 4,000. So out of 4,000, 12, that's you're gonna save a good amount of troops. And I am losing signal over here, but not the video. I'm pretty sure you've gotten this before. I know this is annoying, but it happens. So I just wanted to pretty much get you the basics of guerrilla warfare. And this is Bob at 1098.